The first few minutes of the interview are often the most important for successfully completing the interview. We all know this from our personal experiences with callers contacting us to complete telephone surveys. When you make your calls, reassure the respondent that this is not a test, you are not selling them anything, and that you are calling on behalf of their former high school. Interviewers provide a friendly human voice that can make the interview a pleasant experience. Make sure that you vary the times you call, and then call all available numbers for each exiter until the survey is successfully completed, or until 5 attempts have been made. To clarify, you are not calling each phone number 5 times, but you need to make 5 attempts to each exiter. So interviewing the former student is the first choice. And with this year being a COVID year again, similar to last year, please take responses from whoever you get a hold of, as long as they have enough information to answer the survey questions. Ideally, it is great to talk to the former student first, but instead of making multiple calls to a same number, if a parent or guardian or someone else who knows the exiter's information is willing to share that with you, please take the information from that person. Be sure that you vary your times of day and days of the week of your calls. Personally, when I've made calls, I found that in the evening, like 5 until 8, was a very good time for me to get a hold of individuals at the different phone numbers. And then use the comment section to record notes or significant information on each of the calls. So if you have surveys that need to be conducted in other languages, work with your district interpreter to conduct these surveys. You conduct the interview and enter the information into the website. The interpreter translates between you and the family member that you're speaking with. And then do contact me if you have any need for a sign language interpreter for any of your exiters within your district. This is a big reminder on some response issues that I found in the past. If you select don't know or prefer not to answer, the response doesn't count. But it's better to ask, are you making minimum wage or greater? And find out if it's at least minimum wage or if it's under minimum wage. If the person on the other end is reluctant to give you more specifics, such as a range of between 10 and 15 or between minimum wage and $10. It's also better to ask, are you working 20 hours or more per week? Instead of, again, worrying about the range, because our cutoff is 20 hours. If they're working under 20 hours or more than 20 hours, it's great information for your district to know if it's 35 or more. But if they're reluctant, worry about making sure that it's at least 20 hours or more per week or under. So again, we're not in a normal survey window just like last summer. Families may be facing illness, loss of employment, and still some uncertainty. You know what's happening in your area and within your district boundaries. Plan to have time for people to vent. Sometimes you just need to listen. This can be hard. We are used to being problem solvers, but often a listening ear is all that is needed. Please capture any COVID-related issues in the text boxes in the survey. If the person that you are talking to is really struggling and you feel that the conversation needs to continue, please share my name and phone number. So again, if COVID is a response, that's not one of the options in the radio buttons, please use the other and type COVID and then the reason because of COVID. If it was employment ended and has not resumed or something regarding education, I can search those text boxes specifically for the word COVID. It's a great idea to have local resources available, such as your local DVR phone number, your ADRC contact information, your local tech school disability contact person, and the food pantry phone number. If people are struggling and can't remember how to access these pieces of information, you are going to be a great resource to share that before the end of the survey.